Girl.
So can we take it back? Like,
Baby saving lives.
somebody else introduced the show.
And we back talking about Ruthia, thick thighs save lives.
And do, period, poo. Ow.
That's not how y'all introduced the
That's
show.
how we are.
That's what we here.
Yep, that's how we coming on today on
Oh God.
D.N.R.
Back with
Do
the
not
bullshit.
resuscitate. Here we are.
Welcome or welcome back to another episode of the Do Not Resuscitate podcast, where we are pulling the plug on things that we are no longer allowing to serve us. Let's get into these introductions because y'all got me all the way messed up today.
Do we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'm all flustered and blushing and stuff, and I'm chocolate.
That's why it's so cute. we can't see it, but we can see it, girl. Oh God. Not that innocent laugh when we know.
It's one of those for real.
Hey. Hey y'all, hey. It's Denise, your favorite runway model.
Whoa,
Everybody.
whoa. Did she just try to step on all our toes?
Sorry. But I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that's okay. Hey, everybody, it's Nicole, the N in D.N.R.
I'm still upset that Denise just tried to
It wasn't intentional.
Hi guys, it's Ruthia, the one that's always getting attacked.
Oh God.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Back with the bullshit.
Are you gonna introduce yourself? Because we always ask for your input.
The people may or may not know who he is.
Canned beats.
With the dramatics.
Okay, well, welcome, Can Beats.
Welcome to another episode of Do Not Resuscitate Podcast.
Wait.
Beat.
I am honored that I was asked to introduce myself. Thank you.
See, I was being nice today. I've been being nice.
You've been nice since you came in the door. Yes.
This
Today.
week.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not. So how y'all been feeling?
Heavy lately, but I'm good now.
That's good.
We've been going through a lot, so I get it. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I just got back from Philly.
How was
Seeing
Philly?
Jill
Like
Scott. Philly is whack.
Jilly and Philly? Whoa.
Philly is whack.
I was not expecting that.
The concert was amazing.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess that makes up for
The
the
concert
city.
was amazing, but Philly, I thought I was in like Milwaukee / Indiana.
Oh, it was real ghetto?
Dude said
I
I was
was
off
real
of,
like dingy looking. I'm
Damn.
Like,
you was off of East.
man. It looked like
The,
it was
the
covered
Upper
in
East Side or the
dust
Lower East
and
Side?
everywhere. But I mean, it was okay.
She
I mean,
was
we
on
had
Frontenac.
fun. Seriously.
She's like, no, for real. guys.
Yeah,
This is
we
serious.
had fun, but but it was still, it just was not.
Was it just you two?
It was just me and my friend Tabitha. It was her 40th birthday.
Okay.
She had never seen Jill Scott in concert, so
Oh,
took
that's
her.
nice.
we had so much fun. Yeah, I was glad I was ready to go home though. But then, like, we got
Not
off
ready
the
to go
plane.
home.
We got off. I came back Sunday, but we got off the plane in Chicago and then partied in Chicago, so that we was at the signature
Hey.
room in Chicago. So
What else y'all doing in Chicago?
I didn't go see nobody else.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't.
I was
'cause-
just like insinuating some things.
No.
Or whatever. So.
Mm-mm. No, I didn't see my boo.
Where's your
Okay.
microphone? Because you over there sighing and making all these, comments.
Say Jill Scott again.
Jill Scott. Okay. Well, you might have should have been there at the concert because she did all that.
I love Jill.
Yeah,
I've loved her since day one.
me too. The first time I saw Jill Scott was at the Cincinnati Jazz Festival when she first came out.
I'm talking about from the what's the words and what's the name of the album?
Who is Jill Scott?
Oh yeah, who is it? Yeah. I
Who's
saw
that?
her. I saw her smile on the back of the cover.
Mhm.
I didn't even see her face. I said she got a beautiful smile,
She
and I
is.
loved all the songs. And I was like, I knew I would love her.
I knew I would love her.
I knew I would love her. I could
Yeah.
tell sometimes you just meet somebody like, I think I'm gonna love you.
Yeah,
I
like
think
she
I'm in
just
love.
bring that whole vibe. I mean, that's
Mhm.
how she was. Like as she's performing, like you can tell, like she bringing her genuine self.
Yeah, she'd be talking, having
Yeah, she
conversations.
was
with you
talking,
and stuff.
have a conversation. She was talking about no good niggas and raggedy heifers and all kind of stuff. So,
Sounds like a Do Not Resuscitate
yeah,
podcast.
she
Right.
was. It was really.
Oh,
it was.
don't mess
really
around
good.
and have her down here. Don't do that.
Who said, don't do that.
I'll risk it all. I'll risk it all.
I feel you.
All of it.
All
Really?
of
What else you got to risk?
it.
'Cause I can call her.
Oh, here she goes.
Like she's starting already.
It was just a question. Like, what do you have to risk? Because I can make a phone call for you and make sure it's worth her.
Actually, I ain't got really nothing to risk right now. This is all for self. Yeah, I'll just be put myself out there.
Okay.
Okay, I feel you.
But everybody would know if it ever came to be. Y'all saw me. Everybody would know. He finally got her.
I want that for you, Tommy. I do.
Thank you. I think her son looks like my kids. I saw a picture of her son. I was like,
Mhm.
that's my son.
Okay, so there was like a Dr.
Wow.
Phil episode
Wow.
where this lady was going around telling everybody that Tyler Perry was her baby daddy. You make sure you don't be on that show.
I'm not gonna do that. I know better.
Jill Scott's son, I'm his daddy.
Hey,
Okay, I want that to.
I mean, I was
get locked
telling
up.
people that Tyler Perry was Tyler God Daddy.
Oh well, I mean, I can see how you came to that conclusion.
I mean, I did ask him. He didn't respond, but I did ask him. That's
messed
how I
up.
got Tyler's name. I went to one of his plays, and what did he say? I cannot remember exactly what he said, but he didn't agree. But I did ask him. Yeah,
Okay,
poor son.
Because you named him after him. That's his godfather. Okay, I see how that went.
He can come pick him up at any time too.
Listen, you gonna stop doing that to son. You gonna
I'm not
stop
doing
trying to put
anything.
him
I'm
out.
just
Leave him
saying, like,
alone.
he can go and probably give him. He could be the next Zach. Tyler has a lot of personality. Put him on TV.
Tyler definitely has a lot of personality, but
A
look
little
who his
too
mama.
much.
I was just saying,
Look who
get
his
it from
mama
his
is.
mama, but that's
so.
cool. But anyway, what's been going on with you?
Look who his daddy is. A
I don't know
character, too.
him. I know his mom.
Indeed, his father is definitely a character.
we don't know that.
Or 3.
Yeah, I mean, but you by 5, so
All right.
I was thinking 7, but that's,
Cut her mic off. Cut her mic off.
5 is okay.
it's a compromise.
That's
Whatever.
cool.
My week been full. My last 2 weeks been really, really full and overwhelming. I went from jury duty to church on top of church on top of church on top of some more church. And it's not a bad thing, but it was just, I'm tired.
Sound like a lot of church.
I'm tired. We went from revival to the members appreciation brunch till they asked me to join the choir for just a special program. So I've been rehearsing for that.
Mhm.
Going to like
I've been there before. Come on and join this organization for a specific reason, and then 6 months later, you still in that organization.
We had a mortgage burning ceremony. The church paid off their mortgage
Okay.
in 21 years versus the 33 that the loan was for. So that's
Yes.
dope.
Praise
It is.
God.
But woo, that's a lot of church. And church people will feed you.
And that's a bad thing.
I need to go to church.
Like,
I'm like,
it's a lot. Like,
like
they
Talk-
fed.
talk about it.
Listen,
They will feed you. I am not understanding the
But
problem.
let's
Right.
but we have to be clear. You need to go to
I mean, it was
Black church.
great. It was
Right,
great.
yes.
Oh, no, I
It was
don't.
great
Yes.
church. It was great.
My
But
church, my
then-
church is Lutheran.
y'all hungry. Y'all probably eat
Lutheran.
like
Nothing.
sandwiches.
Nothing.
I know what y'all eating. Y'all having like charcuterie boards, cheese and crackers and grapes.
That's
That's what
that's
they
actually
do,
fire,
y'all.
but okay.
But it's not food,
I
though.
know,
No,
but
it's
it
not.
ain't
It's not. It
It's
ain't.
a snack.
It ain't. The green
Yeah.
bean. The green beans.
That's what I'm saying.
The repast green beans.
Y'all be having like the
Yeah, we
potato
had
salad
food
with the
With raisins in it.
Everybody's so
He
creative.
upset because he like, I actually like that.
I don't like that. No.
You don't like
What church
it?
you go to?
Bethel.
Where-
Bethel.
Where's that?
It's, if I tell you where it's at,
I might show up for food.
Right.
I'll be in the front like, hey,
I'm
Lord.
just here. I'm just here for the food. Praise God.
Right.
it's on 26 in Concordia.
Okay, I know what that is. I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
I thought I heard the name, but I'll stand up and be a new member,
You
a
can
new
come
a
and
new
visit
a
the
visitor.
church.
Any
Just
visitors
tell
in the
them what days
house?
they're gonna have food.
They're gonna say
Yeah.
any visitors in the house. I'm gonna stand up. You're gonna be, oh Lord.
No, I'm not. I'll be back there on what's the thing? The soundboard. So like one of those.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's what you do?
Mm-hmm.
Check you out.
Yep. They didn't know what to do on Sunday when I was in the choir stand. I was texting them like,
And why am I here? You need to be over here.
because
have to
you
take the
are our
soundboard to the-
producer.
To the choir stand.
apparently I was back there. Brother Kimbrough, just push
The button.
turn
The
the
button
mic
that look like this.
up. I got them labeled where they
Right.
at and the color of the microphone. Like,
Blue mic, please.
yeah, but it was fun though. I enjoyed it, but it was a lot. It was really overwhelming, and then it was like, I'm tired. Like, the trial was a lot.
Also, you did get picked for a trial.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. So I guess after that, going to church for that many days was necessary.
Yeah, I'm sure.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm like, is he taking our
You
picture?
so doggone crazy. No, he working on something, but okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's how
Tommy
my
don't be worried
that's
about
how
us.
my week been. It's been like that.
We like that sometimes.
Yeah. So let's get into the recap of the past 3 episodes, the Dear Diary episodes. How are y'all feeling? I don't want to call it the aftermath, but how are y'all feeling after each individual episode?
I feel like that was something that I probably have never fully expressed. Probably have, had a conversation about it, but then to be in the company of my co-hosts, my friends, my sisters, and the support and the questions, thought-provoking questions. Thank you, Tommy. It was needed.
A girl fuck you should be coming any moment now, but because she said thought provoking and then said Tommy, like,
Well,
we didn't ask any.
No, that's not what she said. Okay. I think
Girl, fuck you.
Okay.
How long did I have to
That's
hold
I'm like,
it
you
down?
had to hold that for like 10 seconds.
Because you weren't supposed to do it. Or at church.
Well,
The fuck.
I think for me it was I mean I want to like kind of talk about all 3 episodes. Like I think that as I went back home after each episode and kind of reflected, I felt like we found a place of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
that we were able to express ourselves and then have the people around us supporting us and um, not really like I didn't feel judged or I
Right.
just felt
Supported.
supported
You
and
felt seen.
loved. I felt heard, um, seen and believed,
Yes.
all of those things. And I did have a moment of and this I'm being like super transparent of, well, what happened to me wasn't quite as bad as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it
Kind
does,
of an imposter
which is
syndrome.
kind of messed up because it's like sexual assault is sexual assault.
And it's serious.
You know what I mean? And it's serious
any
no matter
form.
what. The fact that what happened to me, is not the same thing that happened to you. It's not the same thing that happened here. So it's just like I had to I'm like, why would I say that? Like what
Mhm.
made me say that? So it was like I was able to go home and reflect on a lot of things and be like, why are you still trying to minimize it?
Mhm.
When that really that's a big thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's sometimes that's what we do
Mhm.
to try to cope. And I think I'm at the point where I don't want to cope no more. Let's deal with this for real. Let's really work on this healing.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm still in the place of trying to protect everybody else, whether it's their feelings, their identity, and stuff like that. So, um, that's been something where it's like, no, I felt really good. I felt really free. I felt really light after the episode, but also heavy at the same time because it's like I'm happy that I was able to get it out, but at the same time, I still feel heavy because I still feel this sense of responsibility
Mhm.
to protect other people, or now that it's out there, like what comes after this. Like I feel that sense of responsibility that maybe someone now is gonna reach out to me and it's gonna be like, ooh, I wasn't prepared for that. But I was able to like have a moment with each of you. Like for Denise's episode, to me it was just like the relationship with your mother and how people don't understand it
Mhm.
and how it trickles down. I would say a lot of people feel that same way about me and Tyler. Like me and him are friends. Like our parents, well, my mother and how she was with her mother was, I'm not your friend.
Right.
My mom used to
We
say that
always.
all the time.
Yeah.
I ain't one of your little friends, but here she is on my Facebook being one of my little friends.
Right.
But for me, I see it in a different way. I see it as I still want my child to respect me, but I also want him to know that I am his best friend, his first friend. So I mean, the relationship is
Yeah.
different, so I can
A little
relate to that.
unconventional.
Like
On the outside looking in, it's unconventional.
as
but
much as
what they say was understood don't need to be explained.
right, like me and Tyler are good friends when we're not beefing, because he's a teenager,
Friends beef, so.
and I'd be
But
ready.
I get that
you
because
know,
I think I spoke about it. My mother was a very she was a do as I say type of person.
Mhm.
So then when I had my kids, I gave my kids options and choices, and she hated it. She was like, "They're kids; they just supposed to do whatever you say." But I hated it so much that I was like, "No, I want them to have choices because
Mhm.
children that don't know how to make children that don't know how to make choices become adults that don't know how to make choices."
Ooh, talk about it,
You
okay?
know, so
Mhm.
I would give them choices like it may, and sometimes it wouldn't necessarily be the choices that they wanted, but it was like, if you do A, this is what happens. If you do B, this is what happens.
But you was
Think
there to
about it and
support
let me
them
know
whichever decision that they
what it
made.
is that you want to do. So I feel like you have an unconventional relationship. I have one, and then you have one with your mom. So I don't think that is uncommon. I think that sometimes people just don't.
It's different
recognize
generations
it.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We in a different time. Like we have to communicate with the youth now differently than maybe
For
it was
sure.
the time that
For sure.
was, with
I
us.
feel like a lot of times now that whole do as I say mantra is gonna go one ear and out the other anyway. So you might as well try to relate to them on their level.
Seriously.
Because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna do what they want to do anyhow. So let me
Right.
try to talk to you in a way that you understand rather
Exactly.
than just I'm the parent and you gonna do what I say because I'm the parent.
I mean, that's obvious. My mom said, do this. And what did I do?
Yeah, because
Went
I'd
over
be
there and
like,
got a
son,
baby.
take
Right.
out the trash. And he'd be like, bro, I will do it tomorrow.
Get your ass.
Like, you don't want to do it right now because it stinks. Can you please? No? Okay. Tomorrow morning? Maybe? No? All right, I'll just take it out myself. You looking at me like that's how it goes. Like, okay, well, it'll get taken out somehow. But I think we are more alike than we are different. Um, and I think those episodes kind of brought that out. Because even
Yeah.
with your episode, I was just like, shit, do I really gotta be my daddy friend? Do I really have to forgive him? Because I don't mess with him.
It's so freeing. I'm telling you, it's so freeing. Like I know that um it's hurtful, but sometimes, like for me, I had to hear my dad's perspective, and when I heard his perspective, his point of view, I realized that some of my perspective was incorrect. You know what I mean? Like I don't know your full story about your dad, so you know what I mean. And again, what's for me may just be for me. That may not end up being your case,
Uh-huh.
but I know that hearing his perspective showed me that some of my what I thought was incorrect. And it also gave me more insight on him. Like I think sometimes we don't know what our parents been through. And I know that's not an excuse
Mhm.
or whatever, but sometimes we just don't know what they've been like. How were they raised? Maybe he don't know how to do something, but I also understand that too. Like there are a lot of things we don't know how to do that our parents didn't teach us, but we know how to do them now, right? So but everybody just
Yeah.
ain't. So I don't know. I mean, that's something
I
I think we
think
should keep praying about.
the
Feel
difference
like
would
it.
be, I feel like just from hearing your story, your father was still at least around.
Mhm.
For me, hearing my father say he's purposely moving to another state so he don't have to be bothered with us.
Oh,
Because
that's
he
different.
wanted to find a job. He knew that going back to Tennessee, he could find a job that would pay him under the table. So he
Oh, so he would
wouldn't
have
have to pay child support. But you have children there. Like, you only got to pay child support for us because you're legally married to my mother. Well, at the time was. So I think just hearing those words and him saying that he technically just didn't want me or didn't want to be bothered with us.
Yeah, that's a
that
different story.
I think that hurt it more. And I know somewhere in the back of my mind, I blame him for me being molested because it was like, you're my dad. You were supposed to protect
Protect
me.
me.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You're supposed to be
the
my
fact that you left,
first,
like,
my,
why weren't you there?
you're my
Mhm.
first line of protection, and you intentionally left. So
It's like,
So you got you exposed.
the hell was you doing? Like, was Tennessee that fun? Because it don't look that fun when I Google it.
Right. I mean, that's different. That's a different story. That's a different scenario. So I don't know, but one thing that I think that we get confused though is forgiveness does not necessarily mean reconciliation.
for sure. And then sometimes
know.
you have to forgive for not them. You're forgiving them, but you're forgiving them for yourself.
For
So
yourself, it's
you
not
don't.
about them.
So you're not carrying around that baggage anymore. You're not as heavy anymore because the forgiveness is not. It's not for them. It's for me. It's for my
Mhm.
own healing. It's for my own peace of mind.
Yeah.
It's the accepting an apology that I'll never get.
Mm-hmm. I think
Right.
I tried to have a conversation with him, but it wasn't for me. I tried to have a conversation with him years ago for Tyler. Like, it was like, okay, well, I kind of do want you to meet him, have your own, what I'm saying, take on him.
Mhm.
And yeah, he was drunk, and it was just like, yeah, this is going nowhere fast. So it was like, after that, I think I was just like, I tried, I gave up.
Well, yeah, because now you're saying this is my child. I'm going to protect my child.
Right.
Like,
You
even
did
though
not
you didn't
protect
me,
me.
but I'm going to protect
Right.
mine. And what you're not about to do is you hurt me, but you're not about to hurt him.
Because
Yeah, I understand that.
I will push him in front of a moving bus.
Well,
Shit.
I guess I better get my bail money together.
Listen.
No, leave me in there. I probably need to learn my lesson.
I'm gonna
We
leave you in
got
there
you.
for. I'm gonna leave you in there for 24 hours, but after that, we coming to get you.
Yeah, we got you.
24 hours? No, that's too long. Once they do this with my little finger, I'm ready to go.
She said, I learned my lesson once I got my mug shot.
Listen, if they ain't gonna let me do this, no, they ain't got no filters in there. Absolutely not. Get me.
Girl, and they gonna make you take that wig.
I was gonna
off.
say, and the wig ain't gonna be on. Child.
Sis,
wait.
I'm really gonna laugh. They gonna be like, she did it. She's fucking guilty.
And then I'm gonna be at the gas station buying that little book that got all of the people, the mug shots of the people that went to jail.
I'm gonna be at the trial like,
That's
Free-
rude.
free
I'll be
Ruthie until
like,
it's backwards.
look, I love you, Ruthie.
Go t-shirts and buttons. I'm telling you,
No,
Also-
y'all gotta have some wigs or something because
we gonna
I keep a wig.
what we gonna do is what they did this summer. We gonna have a party outside the jail, okay?
Hey, I should have went down there.
Everybody come.
No, I shouldn't have.
Everybody come with your best wig on.
Or not.
I'm like, or not, because
some of my
sometimes
wigs be a little raggedy. Like this one, I should probably throw it away. It's way before the pandemic. Bitch, add a little water, a little blue magic.
you better put some water on that shit.
Keep it moving, you know. It's hair. They said it's human.
They say it's human. Who is they?
Nadula.com.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
It sound African, don't it? They
It
Asian.
do.
They Asian.
You already know. You know what they doing. Come on
They
now.
Asian. They got me.
Mhm.
They
Gotcha,
They
bitch.
know exactly what to do.
They gonna get me again because they got to sell.
a doula because all the niggas gonna think we African. Yeah, no.
sound like straight from the motherland.
I
Oh, well.
appreciate them. I do. Whatever.
Even if y'all is lying to me in my face, I sure appreciate it.
Y'all, see, I'm being attacked again, guys.
How are we being attacked?
Girl, you
We
started
attacking
it.
you?
The fuck? I said I was gonna have a whole party for you.
Invite me though. Don't just leave me in there. I want to be in cell block D.
But we gonna be outside protesting to get you out of cell block D. That's the
I
whole
told you once they
purpose.
do this to my finger, I'm ready to go. Like,
We gonna do our very best. That's what.
But
we're
if they don't
saying.
let you out after that, then we gotta throw
which
the
hand
party.
do they do first?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I've never been
I'm looking at
incarcerated.
Denise because I feel like
I've been there, but
I've
I
never
don't
been-
remember.
I've never been incarcerated. Sorry.
it just got dark in the hallway. I got
Yeah,
scared.
I went once, twice, but I don't remember what they did.
You,
I
they
don't
fingerprints you
remember.
though?
Mhm.
Oh man,
Man,
that's
take
rough.
your mugshot. And I think I had forgot what I had going on.
I want to look. Who was it? James Brown who had the crazy mug. I want to look
Yes.
just like that.
Man.
I want to be
He look-
smiling. I want my hair to be like.
His hair was definitely
like I'm black and I'm proud.
yeah, that's exactly what it was giving.
Mine is more so gonna give
And he-
Homer Simpson. I
And
only
he was
got a
ashy
couple strands.
too.
I only got a couple strands up there.
Oh jeez.
Somebody please come get this lady. I love her, but she needs to be gotten.
Whatever. Anyways, was there anything on your episode that you can think of that? Sorry, my sister is so ghetto. Is there anything on your
Or is
episode?
it you that's the one that's ghetto because your phone ain't on silent?
It's on vibrate.
Oh man.
Anyways,
Ain't.
I can help it that my vibrator vibrate better than yours.
Ooh,
got
okay.
the AAA batteries.
No, it's a plug-in that came from what's Mimi?
CommerceCandyCloset.com.
There you go.
Gonna put that plug in.
Yeah, that's what
Oh, and she having a March Madness sale. 40% off everything, excluding gift cards.
I would say. Get the
What,
twice as
really?
nice.
Okay.
It has multiple speeds and it plugs in.
Yeah, it sure plugs in.
Keeps a nice charge.
Yep.
And it's waterproof.
Good to know. Oh,
Did you hear that? It's waterproof.
waterproof? That's what I'm talking about.
Anyways, back to my shout out to Mimi for the plug though.
Yes.
Is there have y'all listened to y'all episode?
No.
I did not.
Are y'all serious?
I wasn't ready.
Dang, she calling you now?
That's my right. That's my daughter. I haven't. I haven't. I'm gonna be really honest.
I'm not
I
actually sure
wasn't
that
ready.
I will.
I wasn't ready. I don't know.
Mm.
But I
Okay.
probably should. No.
Is there anything, well, even just thinking back, is there anything that you feel like you left out or that you would like to like include or add on? Because I know we had a chance to kind of say our piece and then go into the conversation with each other. But is there anything that you would either like to add on to your own episode or to add on to someone else's? Because I listened to my episode
Congratulations. I'm happy for you.
like the very next day.
That's great.
I love that for you.
I needed to hear myself in real time in the raw emotions,
Mm-hmm.
and
Is
it
that,
was
is that a part
hard.
of your healing? How did that make you feel like when you were listening to it, like the playback? So we know what the raw emotions were in that moment, but
Mhm.
then going back and listening to it, and you're almost bringing yourself back to that place in that moment.
It was hard, but I also think that, like you said, it was very healing because I needed to hear how I feel when I'm expressing. Like I'm in a moment, so I'm saying all these things, but I haven't had a platform to where I can just speak completely freely. As well as it was like, wow, I really have never said this out loud before, or just thinking, geez, I really didn't take the time to process those emotions. Like I literally had to, in that moment, just jump into mode and be a parent. So that was the
Right.
first time
Right.
me actually saying it out loud or even just kind of like thinking about it. So it was something that I noted that I'm like, okay, I probably should take the time to process it. So it was hard, but it was like I listened to it, a part of it at work, and then when I went home, I finished it, and I actually took notes for myself of different things that I noticed that's triggering for me, so that I can use it as a healing tool.
So I did have a question. Like I remember you were saying that it happened at your house.
Mhm.
Um, how was it like being there after that happened in the house? Like, did you move? Did you just stay and
I
deal
buried
with
it.
it, or you just buried it?
I buried it after.
And did you tell anybody?
No, nope.
Like, when was the first time you told anybody about that particular thing? Not, it wasn't on the podcast, was it?
No. So I had kind of mentioned it to the friend who introduced me.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I kind of mentioned it to her, and she didn't really give me. And I just seen her the other day, but I don't feel like she gave me any reason to feel vulnerable to talk to her. So I didn't really like go into too many details or whatever. But um, it was that instant, and then there was another time where when I was dating the other guy, and he said, "Dang, I did. I thought that was yours." You know, on the lines of that the guy had told him.
Mm-hmm.
That was another time where it was like, "This is my time to tell," or whatever. But I had brought it up in pieces with my therapist because I did send it to her, and she listened to it, and she was like, "There was a lot in there that you did not tell me." And it was just like, yeah, that's why I sent it to you, because I was able to just kind of let it all out. So
Okay,
saying on the
so
podcast was really like my first time saying it. The story full out.
so that session after you did that podcast and you sent it to your therapist, how was your session with her? Your next session with her?
It was so. I mean, the first session was really good, but that next session, like she had texted me, right? She was like, "I'm listening to it, and I'm just so proud of you and how you're navigating." She was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go back and listen, like and finish," but she just kept reassuring me how like proud she was, and I felt a little bit more close to her because it was like, okay, we got everything out now. So it was more of a conversation versus just like I feel like I'm giving her bits and pieces.
Right.
So it was easier. The next session was a lot easier.
That's good.
That's awesome.
I can't wait for the next one, girl, because I got some stuff to say, honey,
I love it.
about
I love
raising
that
a
for you.
teenager.
Yeah, I love that for you. That's pretty awesome. I think like I said, I haven't listened to mine. But I will. I'll eventually. I think I'm gonna listen to it on the way home. Go back and listen to it. But I think after I realized that I had healed more than I thought that I did. I was expecting when I did the episode to just cry through the whole episode.
Really?
When I didn't, you know what I mean? it was a one moment where I, I had that brief moment, but I thought I was
I
gonna
had the
be
tears
more
ready with you. I was like,
yeah.
"Are we crying?" Because I'm a crier. I was
Yeah,
ready.
I thought I was gonna be a little bit more emotional, but that I realized later, like, okay, so
Mhm.
you've done a lot more healing than you realize. But also too, I know that about about 2, maybe 3 years ago, I worked really, really hard on my healing.
Mhm.
Like I worked so hard, like I was very intentional. And then as I was dating and like something would happen and I may be triggered or whatever the case may be, and then I would be like, okay, why did that trigger you?
Mm.
Like
Mhm.
let's go to the root of the
Sure.
problem. Like why did that trigger you so hard? Or why did that make you feel that way? Like what's really going on with you? So I started to like to ask myself those type of questions as I was dating.
Mm.
And then like what are you gonna do about it? Like
Okay,
in
so the
this
self-reflection.
that's what I had to do because it was just like
That's what I'm paying my therapist for. Cause she be like,
it's
she
it's
asks
tough.
me all those questions.
But
And I
you
be
know
like,
what?
girl, I don't know.
Mine was a year. It was I did that like it was a whole year of self-reflection, and it started off like at church, and our pastor he preached for I don't know, a good while on self-love
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of I don't know what year it was, but it was during the pandemic, and he preached on that, and that really um ministered to me because it was something that I knew that I was struggling with, and so I'm like, I always put everybody before me, and I always like I'll commit to Denise before I commit to Nicole.
Cause it's harder.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's a lot harder.
For sure. It's
The-
definitely harder to do something for yourself
Mhm.
versus doing something for somebody else. I can
Right.
easily give of myself to other people, but
Mhm.
then when it comes to me, I feel like a lot of us are very self-neglecting because like you said, it's easier to
That's
give
easy.
of myself to other people. I
I
can
can show up for everybody else.
For
When it
sure,
comes
but
time for
showing
me, it
up
be like,
when I have to look at myself in the mirror, I have to face
oh, I
what
don't have no problem looking at me in the mirror, bitch. Okay.
But she's
Okay.
talking about really
I
looking at
know. I'm just
herself.
saying.
looking
But I think
looking
that
at your soul.
I think it's because we want to hide from ourselves. Like we try to hide. We try to hide from the things that we're running from.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
really don't want to face it. So I think that we just
And again,
will help everybody
that's
keep
why it's
yourself
easier
busy.
to give to everyone else but
Mhm.
yourself because having to face that the reality of who I am, what I've done, where I'm going,
Mhm.
what's
Or
next.
am I really gonna heal from this? Am I
Right.
gonna, all of
Not
those type
healing
of
is
things.
no longer an option.
That's it.
It's just not an option.
It's
no
not
more.
an option. It can't
Like,
be an option. Like we have to
the hell?
heal. You know what I mean? Not only for ourselves, but we have to heal for our children and our children's children. You know what I mean? Like we
Mhm.
gotta like taking care of us
I ain't trying to be no
can also
grandparent, but
help.
yeah, I get you.
I'm saying one day, maybe. No, never. Girl, it's fun.
You said it's fun. You
It's
get kids
fun.
candy
You let them
and
do
then,
whatever. Yes.
then leave them.
Give them a whole bunch of candy and you take them home. I used to do that. Yeah, my kids, they would be mad at me. I told my, like, they had me babysit and I gave them or whatever they wanted. And then my son was like, Mom, did you feed them? Did they eat? I was like,
They had
yeah.
chips.
He had
Ice cream.
2 candy bars, a brownie, some Skittles,
Damn.
and a Pepsi.
Not in a Pepsi.
You should be straight.
You didn't give them no noodles? No noodles?
He was like, Mom, Blake. I was like,
That's what we ate.
that's what he wanted. Or another time I babysat and they told the kids tore the whole house up and they came back. They was like, Mom, you let them tear up our house? I said, you need to teach your kids some home training.
That's a good one. That's a good
You
one.
need to teach your kids some home training.
It's like,
I
they need
mean-
some home training.
Like Florence and Jefferson.
And they was like, the house is what happened? I said,
My only job was to make sure they didn't die.
that's it.
They still alive.
But
They
they
in
had
one
died.
piece.
But did they die?
They had did everything. I was like, well, that's, you need to teach them home training. I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
The whole house was towed up.
Have you babysat at their house again?
They probably banned her from the house.
After that, they I think they banned me.
And you can still babysit, but at your house.
Mm-mm.
You said no, that ain't how this.
But they
works.
older now. There's no problem. They got tablets, so they don't tear up nothing.
Mm.
They just use up all the Wi-Fi.
You can run out of Wi-Fi.
No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa, my mind was like, what?
The sheer look of terror on her
You
face.
can run out of Wi-Fi
What did y'all do?
in a minute. Spectrum.
Ooh-wee.
Ain't you got like 8 boxes in your house? You ain't never running out of.
my plug.
You ain't never running out of Wi-Fi.
I bet the best Wi-Fi I ever had is T-Mobile. I'm not lying to you. I'm serious. Everything be connected. My phone, my tablet, Corey, her phone, her tablet, his game, his tablet, the 2 TVs, and we don't have no problems. $50 a month. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, let me put you on game.
Right.
I'm serious.
Since we
Like,
plugging people.
but yeah, so back to the topic because we go way off, but that's okay.
Down the rabbit
It's all
hole
part
with
of
the
it.
other rabbit.
That's okay. It's all part of it. But again, as I continue to self-reflect, I started looking at the different relationships that I had, and I was like, girl, you was doing way too much. You know what I mean? Like not realizing the effect. Like daddy issues is real.
Listen.
Even though again, I keep saying this because I don't want anybody to say to him like she bad mouthing because that's not the case.
Yeah, y'all
We
can tell
are
Jordan I
good.
bad mouth him.
Yeah, like we good.
Tell him. Please
No.
do. He from
Okay, well,
Tennessee.
that's different. We good. Like our relationship is great. You know what I'm saying? But you still have leftover stuff. And then in the times when it wasn't great, I took that into different relationships. And then also to like the relationship with myself, not feeling like I was worthy of certain things. And I just had this conversation with somebody. So I dated this one guy and he was a corporate, like high up in corporate America. And I didn't feel like I was worthy of him. But even though at the end of the day, dude was a buster. Like he was a straight up buster.
Whoa, can we pause and just age check Nicole for calling him a buster?
Sucker. He wasn't about nothing.
Tommy understood all that. He was like, I got
Like straight up. I mean, I probably got some other words, but like dude wasn't about nothing. At the end of the day. But see, because I had this mindset that because he was corporate and he made all of this money and he was this and he was that, oh my God, am I really worthy of this? And so I found myself like changing things about myself. Like I could not 100% be me.
Why do you feel like you needed to adjust who you were to appease him?
That go back to
self-love
and also go back to my upbringing, never feeling like I was enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? Never being told, you know what I'm saying, or made to feel like I was enough. And also, in all honesty, always hearing my mama be like, you better get that corporate nigga. You get what I'm saying? And make it like her saying it, not really realizing what she was saying, but they, sometimes parents say stuff that it stick with us. And then this is exactly what happened. So I remember all of that, and I'm just like, the relationship lasted probably about a year. And I knew, how like I knew, but it was forced. It was like I was really forcing it because I felt like, well, he a corporate dude, so blah, blah, blah. He gonna be this. No.
You felt like you
a nigga is a nigga.
He was the catch and you was just.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Meanwhile, you are the catch.
Absolutely.
We didn't know her back then. Don't.
Right. No.
I know what the fuck she was for real.
This has probably just been a couple years ago.
She probably knew you.
Like this has been, you knew, y'all know me. This was just a couple years ago.
I feel like I just met her.
I mean, technically the last 3 episodes we've all just met each other on a
Man,
deeper
That's why
level.
I'm like, I feel like I'm just like
That's the
I've
truth.
known you, but I feel like I
We
just
the last
met
three
you.
episodes we
You know what?
know each other on a deeper level.
And
We
that's
understand each other.
Mhm.
Cause I damn for sure thought you was a white lady. Not you, her. I really thought.
I just
I cannot.
Tommy, would you be mad if I threw the mic at her? Because I don't really
I'm
have
pretty sure
anything
Tom would
else.
probably be mad.
That's okay. I just throw the cell phone stand. That's all right.
That's Tom's too.
Oh man.
It costs less than the actual mic.
You don't know what he had to do for that.
Oh man. Wink, wink.
Right.
Don't throw the chair.
Don't throw the chair. Okay. Thank you, Tommy.
No, he's saying he got these chairs.
I know what he's saying.
Bruh.
He like, yeah, I don't really care about anything else, but the chairs I got those, so don't throw those.
I cannot. But yeah, you. I think that we all have, gotten to know each other. But that's exactly what this podcast is about. Like I know a lot of people, they know me, but they don't know me. You know what I mean? Like even when I'm at a show, I'll be over there minding my business.
Correct.
I'm just saying for the most part, I do. I be over
I
there
be in
minding
your
my
suite.
business.
But other than that, I be minding my business.
I had a whole suite, a VIP suite at that.
And guess who's
Everybody
right up
was in there.
Guess who's right up in that thing?
I'm just saying, okay, that's totally different. Like we rock like that, so that's different. But I'm saying if I'm at a show and she not here or whatever,
I'm
I'll
in the
be
corner
over
with my
there
book or my
doing
phone.
my
Like,
thing.
yeah.
So people don't really know me.
I think
They see me,
I'm
but they
getting
don't
to
know
know me as well.
Yeah,
I'm getting
For
to
sure.
know this new version of me.
The hill version.
Yeah, and it's it's a little scary, but at the same time, it's necessary. Like this version of me is so much cooler than what I thought. Like it's like, look at you glowing and shit.
Facts.
So I mean, I'm enjoying the journey, but I'm taking more notice of the things that is hindering me or that's catching me up. So recently I was asked, have I ever been a victim of a crime? And immediately without thought, I was like, no. And right after that, it was like,
But you
why
have.
was that my answer?
Right.
And I don't know if it's the fact that I never said anything, so it's quote unquote not a crime technically by the law, but sexual assault is a crime.
It absolutely
For sure.
is.
But somewhere in my mind, it was just like, no. And I don't know if it was the fear of saying it in that space or what, but it was just like
Is that during your
during the trial.
Yeah.
And it was just like, nope. Like I said it quick, like no. And I just kind of want to step back down. So I know that that's probably something that I need to kind of work on getting comfortable with, because just to be asking and be like, no, I didn't think of it at all. Like it was just like, no.
But that's
and
why do I
honest,
not see that as a crime for me?
To be honest, if I was probably in your shoes in that moment, I probably would have said the same thing.
But it was just like,
it was so natural, it was so quick, just it without a second thought. No.
But remember, like with me being sexually assaulted, I had pushed it down so far. It wasn't until I was in my 30s that it came face to face with me. So I think sometimes we just, we use that as a defense.
Yeah. I don't know.
So for like, I know, yes, you working on your healing, you dealing with it, but there's still going to be moments
where I'm just
where
like,
we would draw back into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
But you recognize it, and it's not like
immediately.
Exactly.
Like,
and that trial was just last week. So you recognize it. So it's not like 2 years went by and then you recognize it immediately.
So they gave us this list of questions, and it was, have you ever, what do you do? What's your hobbies and stuff like that? And have you ever been a victim of a crime? And it was like, no. Like, it was just like, I was going through all the questions, like, oh, my name is this. I'm a forklift driver. I like creative arts. No, I haven't been a victim of a crime. And I literally just went and sat back down. And I sat down and I was like,
you gotta think about it. Like, wait a minute.
Yes, you have.
But yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know why we minimize. I know. I really. That's one thing I would like to figure out. Like, why did I minimize what happened to me?
Yeah, I think that's something that we all do. Whether it's that type of assault or anything in our life, sometimes we find something to minimize, even if it's an accomplishment. We find something that we're minimizing because maybe we're in a space where we feel like not worthy. Like, well, I accomplished this, but I'm in the room with other people that have accomplished this, so that's you know what I'm saying, deserves the light or whatever. But I think it's something that we just need to get over. Like, the next thing I accomplish, I'm telling every fucking body.
As you
'Cause I'm
should.
celebrating.
Right.
Shout it from the rooftop, sis.
I made a straight part.
Period. Okay.
Listen, when I be at the grocery store and my budget be $100 and I go over $3, I'll be like, and it don't say decline. I'll be like, won't he do it? Here he is. Yes, come on,
Yes.
guys, you better show out.
And then you get that overdraft fee.
I ain't never
$50.
actually
I'm
got
just
an
messing with
overdraft
you.
fee, which is crazy. Like, I feel like a real adult. Never had an overdraft fee.
Look
That's
at that.
He said,
Tommy,
I love it.
turn off your own mic. You got time. I think that's rough. Yeah, we just got to start celebrating. Not just like all of the small stuff, like not just the big stuff.
Yeah.
What's
for
the next
real.
thing you going to celebrate?
My birthday.
Yes.
Next week. No.
It's April 3rd.
So it's not this week coming up. It's
2
the following
weeks.
week.
Yep. It's on a Monday, but
It's on
so-
my calendar.
Right. I'm like,
It's
yes.
definitely, what we doing?
I don't know. I need some ideas because I ain't lying. I want to turn on.
Yep, it's saying Nicole.
I
birthday.
do. I feel like I want to just turn all the way up
Period.
because I don't think y'all never seen me turned up.
Ooh.
I'm like, I'm not sure that we
That's
have.
okay. It's
But, you
it's
know.
it's a whole month of April, babe. Don't even. It's
no,
okay.
it's a what's the name? That's I was gonna say Sunday Fun Day, but there is a Paint the City Teal that Sunday.
Yeah. That's what we need. We said we were gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. I'm all in because part of who I am is part of that.
Mhm.
So yeah, so
That'll be dope.
We're definitely
That'll be real dope.
so that's what we're gonna do.
Hey.
And then maybe we can go do something afterwards.
Go get some more margaritas.
No, we're not doing that.
We're gonna go get some more margaritas.
I'm not going to.
Yeah. But see,
Blended
for
margaritas.
my birthday, I want to see Thea drink some margaritas.
Right.
And then I just watch and laugh.
That'd be a birthday gift to us all.
Man, that was so much fun.
Why that one don't work?
Ooh, so yeah, we go
I would
get
love to
some
see that.
Girl,
margaritas.
fuck you. Ooh, it was a time.
Man,
It was a time.
it was so hilarious. It was the best.
Ruthia drunk. She said, "Y'all, they put liquor in here. They put that. Hey, did y'all know y'all put liquor in here?"
Oh God, what happens at Motown to stay at Motown? You tell it too much. But I want to rewind that. I wanna go
Absolutely.
back.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna be thirsty.
That's okay.
It was great though. So yeah, so I don't know. I'm open for ideas because I really want to do a
Getting
lot.
Ruthia drunk is not one.
That was so entertaining. It was very entertaining, and that's what I want. Like I want to laugh. I think I don't want to cry. I'm probably kind of all cried out, but I want to maybe laugh till I cry. At
Yeah.
Ruthia.
Yeah.
That was so entertaining.
I just feel like
It just brought me so much joy. I was just so happy the rest of the day. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
what I need.
it was great.
I need
Like,
that. So anybody got some
girl,
birthday
fuck you.
ideas?
since that's the only button that's working right now. We should do the rage room or an escape
Oh
room.
yeah.
Oh, we did talk about the rage room.
Yes.
We should do either a rage room or escape room.
I'd rather the rage room.
Yes.
But I'm glad you brought that up because I kind of want to go back to what we were talking about so we can talk about our organization that we started. So out of this podcast and out of our healing journeys, we began our organization, which
I don't remember that part. I think I was
well,
drunk.
I'm bringing it back to your memory. So I'm also gonna hold both of y'all accountable because this is what we're doing. Because we're gonna continue to talk about this, and we're gonna continue to be advocates for this, and we're gonna continue to be. I don't remember the lady's name, but we're all thrivers of sexual assault.
Exposed podcast.
Yep. Exposed podcast. So don't be quiet now, because it's happening. I already been working on.
I don't really
a
see
lot
myself
of-
as a thriver.
Why?
No,
I think I'm still healing.
that's okay.
You can heal and
That's
thrive
all right.
simultaneously.
Yes.
Let me Google. What does thrive mean?
I'm the person who came up
Really, I like it.
with it. They were a survivor, and I said, I looked at Thrive. Thrivers.
They can't hear you in the microphone.
The word thrive is ongoing. Survivor is a state. Thriving is always moving. So
So you're a
So yes,
thriver.
you are a thriver.
You're a thriver.
because you have moments where you didn't survive, but you fight through it. So you're thriving through that.
Mhm.
That's
You're
where you are
thriving.
right now.
What if I just
So-
want to be a healer?
Accept what the hell I'm saying.
Thank you, Tony. She needed that. She needed that. Okay.
His face is so serious. His face is so serious.
That's how you talk to your
Yeah.
kids.
Yes. They're like, Dad, stop yelling. I said, I'm not yelling.
It's the sternness.
I would fucking laugh at my daddy all day. Hey, sorry, you're not scary.
Sir, you're not scary.
Hey, you did what I said.
I think that takes a lot to claim.
It does, but that's why you're not alone. You've got support.
Yep.
I think I need another adjective. Is that the right word to use? Adjective?
Okay,
Yes.
well, we can find them, but
My pronouns are.
whatever adjective you look
Rich
up,
and famous.
we still started in this organization, so that's that. That's so you.
My pronouns are try and me.
You trying it.
He keeps saying stuff, but not into the microphone. I don't know. I think that's gonna take a little bit for me to claim.
That's okay. That's all right. Everybody is not going to be in the same place, and that's okay. And that's what we're going to be doing. Everybody showing people that they don't have to be everybody in the same place, but you still working towards it. You still working towards thriving,
And you're open for it.
right?
Am I?
Yes.
And you're open for it.
Clearly, we
Yeah,
wouldn't
you
be
tried
here.
And you're
We
open
wouldn't be
for
having
it.
this conversation if you weren't. Like you done came a long way.
You went.
Do you feel like a
from-
thriver?
Yeah,
Do you feel like a thriver?
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's nice.
You went.
But that's okay. That's okay.
I'm sick of I came here being nice to you.
Now the roles are reversed.
I don't want to be by myself. I want to be like y'all.
No, I just don't feel like I'm where I want to be. So I feel like I have a lot of work that I want to do and accomplish before I can say that I'm on that other side. I don't feel like a victim, but I also don't feel like a thriver.
Okay.
So there's a different space somewhere in there. Healing.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
I'm working
That's-
through it.
I feel like that's okay.
I will say that I trickled a little bit of the conversation to my mom. I did tell her I was going to therapy, and I am openly talking about my assault.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm here, and I support you, and that's good. Whatever you need." And I was like cringing, like, do I just say everything fuck now, or do I just wait and I just give her?
Yeah,
time
I
to kinda-
feel like I can't tell you how to approach your situation or your
With a belt?
parent.
I should hit her with a belt.
Oh my God, no.
Okay.
But I do feel like you should give bits and pieces just slowly. I mean, I feel like giving
That's why I
me
didn't
all
want
of that, giving me all of that information.
Ruthia, read the definition on the
Aw,
screen,
man.
please.
I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, I'll read it for you. A
reading.
survivor is a person who lived through hardship or disaster. A thriver is more than that. It is someone who not only goes through an exceptionally positive or threatening life event, but shows subsequent growth because of the experience.
Subsequent
You
growth.
is a thriver.
You is a thriver.
That was that.
I
That was
love
that
it.
principle coming out.
You is a thriver.
Just got a little mustard seed face.
That's all you need.
I love it. You is a thriver.
You is a thriver.
You is smart.
You is
kind.
important.
You is important.
You is a thriver.
You is a thriver.
You is a thriver. That's the name. But episode, you is a thriver.
I gotta change it now.
What did you have it? What did you have it?
You is a thriver.
I love it.
I told that voice. That is rough.
I love it.
Wow.
I do. So
So, what is the next thing you're going to celebrate for yourself, Denise? Because she said her birthday.
When I finally get some insurance therapy, that's what I'm going to be celebrating because I was doing that and then I changed jobs. So
You can have a session as low as $25.
okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah,
where?
go ahead and send it to the group, sis.
I can't pronounce it.
That's okay.
I just
I'm
send it to
pretty
the
sure
group.
it's Convi Sessions. It's her Instagram. But she like my best friend now. Like her whole thing is that she can be your life coach, your therapist, and your confidant. And literally she embodies all of that. So
Yeah,
it's super dope.
I think that'd be good for you.
for sure.
Yeah.
In light of the last.
Right.
I like the fact that when I said I needed a therapist that looked like me, I know a lot of us be like, oh, I need somebody that's like me. Like she like me. And she know how to talk to me. She be like, you is a thriver. Like she really
Yeah.
she be on my neck. Like
And that's I feel
I
like
got your phone number, sis. And I know how
think
to
that's
find
what we
you.
need. We gotta stop.
that's what I was about to say. That's exactly what we need.
Mhm.
People who are because most of us, not just in this room, but as Black women, we are the hard, strong Black woman. You
I'm
know,
hard-headed.
and independent. I can do it. I got it. I'm good, even when I'm not good.
Mm-hmm.
And so we definitely need somebody to be on our necks. Like, no, you're not good. And I need you to recognize that you're not good.
Listen, I be feeling her pop me through the phone. I be like, whoa.
But we need that. We need somebody who's gonna be 100% honest with us. Like we think that someone being our friend means that they got to be our yes man. That's not what a true friend is. A true friend is gonna tell you, hey, you need to go get you some help, or hey, you need to not do this, or you need to stop, or whatever the situation is. Like we need to be 100%
Definitely
honest with each other, or hey, you out of order.
She definitely held
know.
me accountable for all kinds of things. And like I say, and I'm always like, oh, I want to heal and I'm ready for the next level. And then it'd be like, oh, the other side looks scary, or it's gonna be heavy, or maybe I'm doing this too soon. But she definitely holds me accountable, and she gives me tasks and things to do throughout the week or in between time. It's be like, have you done it yet? Did you start it? Do the first sentence, or take, you know what I'm saying, like do it in bits and pieces. So I appreciate her not forcing me, but also being that person that's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, did you need help, or did you want me to walk with you on it? And so I definitely, she's super encouraging, and you know, she's literally what I needed.
Yeah,
like
that's good.
Don't thump me or nothing, but
you might need to be thumped.
Yeah, well, you said you was hard headed. So
I'm very hard headed, and she noticed that
but
ASAP. Like, oh, I know exactly how to deal with you. And I was like,
wait, I wasn't ready.
Like, wait a minute. But I do appreciate it. So I hope everybody finds that perfect therapist, because
so I hear a lot of people say, well, therapy don't work. No, you're not doing the work.
Right. I was about to say you have to allow it to work. It's not all on the therapist.
Again, I know, but people want to show up and have instant results. Like you didn't get to where you are in a matter of a day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's like me saying that I had 2 therapy sessions before the pandemic and it didn't work. Well, the pandemic happened and the world was shut down for 3 years.
Because
so
it's work that has to be done. Like the task that she's giving you, she's
Mhm.
showing you how to apply it so that you can continue to
Mhm.
to do that. But a lot of
Yeah.
people really don't want to, like, you know how you start a diet and they say write down everything you're eating for today, and then people don't write it down.
I be lying.
You get what I'm saying?
I
Because
be
you really
lying. Like
not
I don't
trying
really
to.
need to put down that
You
second
don't want
Twix,
to be
do I?
accountable. You don't want to be, you know. So I think that
I
that's what
said
we
Twix.
do.
I ain't need to Twix, you know.
Right.
I ain't need to put that I had 3 candy bars.
Right. I put a Twix, but even though I had 4 Twix today,
It was like 2 in the package.
and I had 4 packs, but it's still Twix.
I said it Reese's. I ain't have to
Right.
say it was a king size Reese's. I
Right.
said Reese's.
Jeez, all about business.
Dang, you asking too much.
Yeah.
So I think that people just really don't want to do the work that going to therapy requires, because it's a lot of work that you. It's a lot of work because you're trying to unlearn things that you've learned.
Is so far, even just having the first 2 sessions, it has shown me how to notice my triggers or
Mhm.
different things that like even just saying no, I'm not a victim, or no, I haven't been a victim of a crime. Just that, like, I didn't correct it in that moment, but I sat in it and I was like, and I needed to notice why I didn't say that, or why do I feel it's like I took it home with me and kind of
Mhm.
work with it, and
Yeah,
so it's definitely helping, but you have to be willing.
you do.
You got to be willing.
I think I probably should go back, start again.
Yeah, I'm all for it. You
Yeah,
got
I'll
some
do this
more
one
stats?
Statistics.
Yeah, but I don't know if we need to
You sure?
do that.
You printed them out. They from 2022.
That's all right. They ain't going nowhere, you know. So we can talk about it another time.
So before we get up out of here, though, I do want to say how being on jury duty and the whole it happened to be a sexual assault of a child was, woo, child. It was heavy. It was a lot, and um, I try my best to go in there with no prejudgment
Mhm.
from my own situation, but the evidence was there, and everything, so it made it a lot easier. But I will say I did walk out of there feeling good that I was able to bring some type of relief to the family, being a part of that, as well as, like, I felt like I was finally able to speak up, not just for her and for other people that were sexually assaulted, but for myself too. It was like we're finally getting, like, to see it in action. It's like, okay, so it does work. If speaking up will get you somewhere, because a lot of people speak up and then they be like, well, what's gonna happen next? Or just the whole, you know what I'm saying? Well, no one believes me, or now nothing happened. The police came and talked to me. I went through, even just going through a whole rape kit. That is,
Ooh.
I've been in a room with someone who did it, and it was like, Jesus. That's hard alone. So just being able to see that, now I wouldn't say the end of the road, but seeing that step being taken was healing and relief for me. So it was just like the whole trial was hard. Seeing the body cam footage of the police officer, how distraught the young lady was, and just him not having no compassion, not even for himself. Like, he didn't even care to say he didn't do it. Like, just seeing that, for whatever reason, God put me in that space. I'm a figure it out, but it was just like it was so many levels. Just seeing him not have compassion, not even for himself, seeing her raw emotions, the family's emotions behind it, and like all the things that took place. Like, it gives me the encouragement to, it's still probably not too late. I mean, like, I ain't going to trial or anything for my situation, but at the same time, it gives me the idea that I can still speak on it and still get that type of relief.
That's good.
Therapy within therapy. He gonna keep using me, huh?
I mean, you don't. It clearly wasn't an accident that you were on a sexual abuse case
I was like,
after
And
all
how
of this.
and how time you didn't think you was gonna get picked for the actual.
I'm finna go in there with some snacks and chill. I had my little book and everything. I was like, no, I can't read. Okay.
You can't read?
Not during certain processes, and you can't have your phone during certain stuff either. So I was just in there like, so I mean, it was a different experience, but I think just the whole case in general, it being sexual assault of a minor was a lot, and it's like I don't wish that on nobody. Being, it was so many women that was in the jury. It was just like seeing them just cringe in their seat after certain things was said was just like, how do we all like decompress from this? Just being in the jury, not having the notion of one of us may or may not have been sexually assaulted before.
Mm-hmm.
How do we decompress from this? Like, I think that there should be some type of something given to the people who are serving on the jury.
Yeah.
Because you sitting in there with this information and all that, it's all being unloaded unto you.
Right. I'm like, that's
Right.
heavy.
Like,
It's
what?
a lot. Because some people gonna take that with them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like the one lady, she was saying like, I have kids. I would never want that. And I'm just like, she's gonna need some therapy because you got to be able to release that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Hopefully, the young lady involved. Hopefully, she gets some type of relief from knowing that he is found guilty.
Mm-hmm.
That's my piece on it. Y'all can say something.
You said it.
We done?
Yeah.
Tommy, are you done? Did you have any last words?
I have no last words. No. Why are we laughing at me?
The way you picked up that mic, I knew it was gonna be some bullshit.
I thought he was really about to like.
They're gonna went deep, Dr. Phil.
Right.
No, I want to commend you guys on the bravery on talking about this and reflecting on it and coming back and talking about it again, because literally between all three stories, I was, y'all can't see me on the camera, but I don't look like I'm paying attention. But when I'm moving my pencil and whatnot, I'm paying very close attention. It's just one of those habits I have. And I was holding back tears, like literally. It was not an easy listen, but you guys needed it, and recovery is just talking about it. And
Absolutely.
it's an honor to be a part of. See, I even initiated the whole like re-recording today thing today. I'm looking forward to being with y'all. So
We appreciate
Aw,
that.
Thank
we
you,
love
Tommy.
too.
DNRT.
Okay. I will say this: since the last episode, I've had people inbox me and say, "I believe you."
I haven't heard, but that's okay.
I've
If they
had
reach
somebody-
out to you, I'm
That's
going
right.
That's
That's
us.
Yeah.
and it was like,
Seriously, I love it.
like, okay, so people are actually listening, and they know it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a little scary, but it was also like, I did that.
You did.
You did
I
it.
finally did it. So,
And it's more to come.
is it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's more to come.
You didn't hear
Where
her
that
say
button
that.
button at?
You
But I'm
didn't hear
saying you
her say
don't even
we're starting an
realize, like-
organization. Yeah, it's more to come.
Yeah, it's
This
more
is-
to come.
This was the beginning.
Now
Yeah.
both of y'all, you are a
This
thriver.
we started. I mean, this is what me and you talked about this.
Did we?
This D.N.R podcast led to something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I feel like we owe it to other thrivers.
Here she go with that word
I'm
again.
serious. I feel like we owe it to other people who may have been afraid to speak out, or who may be buried it like me, or who just still dealing with it, or you know what I'm saying? We all in three different places, but it's just like,
I think we all in the same room.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
She's somewhere else. We in different places.
I mean,
Different places in our healing journey.
Mhm.
Mm.
And that's
Tommy,
what
you
this
ain't got no
is
chart
about.
for a healing journey? I want to see where Nicole is at. Because I feel like she way beyond me.
I don't have what?
Do you have a chart for a healing journey?
Um,
Next episode.
'Cause you know he the church. He
Got
always
I don't-
come
the
with church.
organizational chart.
hey, they be.
Yeah, but
You have to have a model to work your thoughts through, or else they just all over the place.
I mean, you
Once
got
you
three
can,
models.
Niggas go nig.
wasn't me this time. It wasn't me.
It was.
Oh man.
You told me to get the microphone.
I was being nice. I needed to hear your opinions.
You want to hear my voice?
Oh.
Okay, so
Hey, Ruthia.
So
any
yeah,
final thoughts?
yeah. To
Hey,
any
Ruthia.
ladies that are listening.
Show your ride.
I love it. So to any ladies that are listening, I want to say to you, I see you, I hear you, I believe you.
We want to say that.
And to any guys too that
Mhm.
feel that as well. All right, y'all. What we pulling the plug on? Or what are you individually pulling the plug on?
Not showing up for myself.
Mm. That's it. I'm saying that's it. That's for real.
I am pulling the plug on.
Tommy.
He was like, I was trying to think. He was no, seriously, I'm pulling the plug on hesitating on my healing journey. I'm gonna just stop hesitating and just
Yes.
push through.
Because you is a thriver.
You is.
Can I put a plug on something?
something?
Yeah.
Am I allowed? Okay.
T.
Ba-
Yep. D.N.R.
Based on y'all stories that like the foundation are all on like poor behavior from men. I want to pull the plug on bum ass men who have lowered the expectations so much for men that good men don't really have to do much to actually get the attention of a woman. Like just the basics. I can do the basics, and I was like, oh my goodness. I'm like, I ain't did nothing. Like who? Like so, hearing y'all story puts it into perspective. Like just being like I'm divorced, but I see my kids on a regular basis. Like you're such a good dad. It's like no,
That's normal.
it's actually not. I would like to see them more, but it's just the
dynamics.
right. The court has said this is how you're gonna do it, and this is how we're gonna do it. But that expectation, like I see them like every other weekend. Like that's not good. That's awful. But I'm a good dad, and I hate that because there's niggas out there that's terrible that make that look good.
Right.
So I want to pull the plug on that shit.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can we cuss on the pull shit?
I mean,
I did already.
I mean,
too late.
Say my network, but we cussing this shit.
The fuck.
Of course, Denise butt don't never want to work. All right, y'all. We up out of here. Thank y'all for listening. That button doesn't want to work either.
Right, girl, fuck you. Okay. Not they started at the same time.